Previously on the road to fit.
Goal is the night when you're by yourself and you're pushing past when you want to quit. Pain, that's our focus next week.
Love the pain, you guys. The pain is what stimulates the growth. The pain is what creates change. I was feeling stuck. I wasn't enjoying the pain. I wasn't welcoming pain. I needed this, yeah. Welcome to week 12. This is going to be the week of pain and growth and getting unstuck. Today is a feasting day. I think that every time we push past that comfort zone, it's like uncovering like a little puzzle piece of yourself. Here we go, you guys. Let's knock this one out of the park. Mwah. I just made my burger for lunch. One piece of sourdough toast cut in half, bacon, my patty, and then cream cheese and red pepper jelly. And I absolutely thought about stopping at the store and getting some sweet potato fries. I'm embracing the uncomfortable things. There are times in life where we go through stressful situations, kind of pushes us away from embracing pain. And that happens. Okay, now it's time to befriend pain again in a way that I choose. Pushing in the gym, doing these difficult things. That's why I love my runs. It's like you push past and it's just euphoric. And I know that if there's moments where I don't push past what I know I want to do, then I can work on it next week. And I know that the things that I did this week will help push me even further next week. I'm just gonna have one of these little guys. All right, fam, we're gonna try out this little seafood stuffed salmon. That's pretty good. It's got a little bit of the Cajun flavor to it. If I had to choose between this one and the pinwheels at Target, the pinwheels at Target are amazing. I am very surprised. I am not having cravings for French fries or pizza, and it's been probably a week since I've had that. I even saw a commercial for Chick-fil-A where I normally would be like, ooh, those fries sound good. I did not have that craving or urge to get something delicious to eat. The two biggest things that I've implemented so far are the dopamine thing, where I make sure I am not getting my dopamine from my phone, from scrolling, from cheap ways of getting dopamine, especially in the evenings and especially in the mornings. And then, of course, like the pain thing where I'm like, I want to go through the discomfort. Really good feeling that I don't have cravings. Can't believe it. I actually woke up this morning just wanting to give my digestion a little rest, so I didn't have breakfast. Normally, I feel like I have to make up for the food I didn't eat like on my fasting days, and so I'll eat something just because, but I didn't feel that this morning. I just took a piece of sourdough toast, cut it in half, got my patty and my bacon. I'm a tad behind on cooking dinner, so I'm gonna try this little guy out to hold me off. This little sticky bun has 200 calories, 23 carbs, and 20 grams of protein. These macros are fabulous. I know these would be so good in the microwave. It definitely is not like the real stuff, the hard stuff. But this is like real close. For me, it satisfies that sweet tooth. The first few weeks of my journey, it's like, no, I'm having the hard stuff. That's when I was like adjusting. But yeah, I always buy this stuff now. All right, fam, there has been such a big difference over the past few days on my appetite. I thought about overeating just because I think that's what my brain is used to. I think that's what I'm used to, but I just didn't want it. And it was a weird switch where I had to be like, no, that's just
muscle memory. I think last week is when the shift happened. But there's 3 things that I think are contributing to this shift, and it's been more than just a day. So it's like, okay, something changed. So the first thing is that me overeating and me eating junk food was about dopamine. Dopamine is not just about feeling good. It's closing the gap. It's having this anticipation towards something and then satisfying that anticipation. So you can really use it for anything. I used it like going from the top of the stairs to the bottom of the stairs just to like experiment with it. And sure enough, like it gives you dopamine just to say, okay, I'm going to make it down to the bottom of the stairs, and you just anticipate it and think about how great it's going to feel when you hit the bottom of the stairs. And sure enough, when you hit the bottom of the stairs, oh, dopamine hit. But honestly, the best part of the dopamine for me is the to-do list. I still have my morning routine written down on a notepad right by my bed. Just having it and looking at it and saying, okay, check, and visually seeing that I am working my way down this list is starting my day off with dopamine. And I also realized like I had to reset my dopamine because one day I noticed myself wanting fries, wanting pizza, and this was last week. And sure enough, the night before, I was scrolling on my phone, getting dopamine from my phone. That morning, I was scrolling on my phone, getting dopamine from my phone. And the reason why that's cheap dopamine is because the phone makes you feel like you're closing the gap when you don't actually have to do anything. That's why those dang, like, where they like scrunch stuff, those are the worst. I can sit there and scroll those for forever because it makes you feel like you're doing something without actually doing it. And so that threw off my baseline dopamine, which makes me need bigger and better things to fill that dopamine. That's where overeating and eating junk food was coming from. It was giving me a dopamine fill. The second thing, which is this week and part of last week, is just realizing about the pain. I had a stressful period of my life, which makes sense. When you're stressed over here, you want everything over here to be as easy as possible. You want to relieve from the stress. But now that that part is over, I have to get reacquainted with anything that's uncomfortable again, pushing past. I think that's also a dopamine thing. I was also really feeling stuck. And that's where we get growth, is in being uncomfortable and doing the uncomfortable stuff. The third and last thing is that my energy changed. The energy I have now is so different from my energy in week 0 and week 1. I think that's an accumulation of working on myself, on building up all these things throughout the weeks. I think the biggest piece of it is the self-esteem part. I still write my 5 things every morning during the weekdays that I am proud of myself for, I'm grateful for, all these positive things, just to give myself that pat on the back. Feeling good about myself and my self-talk is something I'm still working on. I still believe that you have to shift your energy inside before the outer world changes, before the habits start changing. And I think that's what's happening, is now my habits are starting to change. Let me know if you guys try any of these and if it works for you. Ooh. Get you guys back up here. All right, y'all. I am so excited. I realized that I was only caring about my present self, what I feel right now, what I want right now, what I need right now. I'm also working on my relationship with my future self. It's little small daily things like I'm going to go ahead and gas up my car right now, so future me in the morning tomorrow doesn't have to worry about getting gas. It's all the little daily things. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and do laundry so future me doesn't have to worry about it. I'm going to go ahead and do XYZ so that future me doesn't have to worry about it. So yeah, I think that's helped too, building that relationship with future me. I am not feeling like cooking tonight, so I'm warming up these little enchiladas. 36 grams of carbs and 21 grams of protein. Good morning, fam. It's been a long week. We got our 2 days of fasting in and now we get to eat. I'm about to have some toast before I hit the gym. So far, I feel like I'm losing weight. My stomach feels a lot smaller. I just feel smaller, like around my midsection, just everything. My digestion feels good. But I still want to change up my fasting schedule. I want to go to like true alternate day fasting where I swap, eat one day, fast one day, eat one day, fast one day. The 2 days back to back, I think is a great idea, but I have to build it up like a muscle, and it's definitely strenuous right now. Yeah, so I'm gonna have my toast and I'll see you guys later. Do you guys ever have days where you feel like you're losing weight, but your face feels like it's getting bigger? Like, oh. Anyway, Bomb Energy root beer. So it's got 112 milligrams of natural caffeine. This tastes like a root beer float. It actually tastes like it's got the vanilla in it. These were so good. I wish I knew what the nootropics were in this. These are so good. I've got the Dr. Pepper one and the cola one too, so we'll try those out. It's fabulous.
This week is all about pain, and I do not want to work out. I have a glute day today. I do not want to push hard. I really just want to go in, do some cardio, be done with it, move on to the next thing I have to take care of. I don't want to do it. Okay, I'm just going to vent to you guys a little bit, if you don't mind. On top of that, this is a stressful week. Like, there's a lot of things going on this week. So, like, my head, I do not want to focus, as my stomach grumbles, I do not want to focus in on my workout. I don't want to push hard. I just want to check it off the list because I've got a million other things on my mind. But I have to just prioritize myself just this one day for this hour-long session. Just focus on myself, pour energy on myself. I will feel better. I will feel better if I focus on myself and do something for my future self. This prioritizing my future self is really eye-opening for me. I'm starting to get like older, starting to think about things. All we really have is like our life and how we lived our life. And do I want to look back and be proud of my decisions, who I am, who I grew myself to be, and how I handle life? It makes me think about this whole weight loss journey. I'm 40 years old. I've wanted to get in the best shape of my life since I was in my 20s. And I've lost weight, but never really got there and kept it off. I want to be done with this chapter and move on to my next challenge, my next mountain to climb. Thank you guys for listening to me vent, and now I have to go work out. Well, fam, I did not push to the pain like I wanted to in my workout. I have a standard now that I hit that I'm just like in there and it hurts and I'm still pushing, and I'm doing that for every set at the end of the set. And today I kept trying to go back to it. I kept getting distracted, but that is one of my favorite lessons so far on this road to get fit, is to be mentally prepared to not hit my goals. I measure myself on, do I keep trying? So I didn't hit it today, but I'm gonna go and try and hit it again tomorrow. And if I hit it tomorrow, I'm gonna get that dopamine hit. I'm gonna feel really good. And if I miss it tomorrow, I'm gonna try again the next day and try again the next day. And I'm gonna get better and better at this. So yeah, keep going, you guys. Mwah. If you haven't heard about this yet, use Greek yogurt instead of sour cream. 17 grams of protein. I forgot to film it, but my lunch is this chicken casserole. The Dr. Bum. This has 112 milligrams of caffeine. I'll drink half a Ghost and the energy on it's better, but that probably means this is cleaner energy. Oh, they killed it with the flavors. It tastes just like Dr. Pepper. All right, time to hit the gym. That was such a good workout. I hit my pain threshold. I had a new max on my hamstring curls. Honestly, the past few years
life was so stressful, I was glad to still be in the gym because I didn't want to lose the habit. Otherwise, right now I would be sitting here talking to you about how I'm trying to build back the habit of being in the gym regularly, just like I'm trying to build my habit of fasting regularly. That's what really the gym has been for me the past few years, is just like, I'm just glad I'm here. I'm glad I still haven't like lost that habit. And now I'm getting back to where it's like, okay, I'm here for a reason again. I'm here to grow muscle. I'm here to build my mental strength. So yeah, it's a fasting day. It's the last day of the week. Let's do this. Good morning, fam. Week 12 is done. Ugh, I can't believe I've been doing this for 12 weeks already. Part of me definitely is like, man, I could have really lost some weight by now, but you know, it's part of the journey. So there's like a huge shift this week. This week was the week that I really noticed I didn't have those cravings for all of the junk food, and not completely gone, but it was where I literally noticed that I spent time like my brain trying to switch from like, this is something I normally would do right now, but I just don't want to. So I think that shift actually happened in week 11, and then week 12 is like, okay, this something really did shift. So out of my 5 workout days, 3 of those days, I feel like, okay, I really pushed myself past what I thought I could do. It's so true, like the duality of the gym, like you grow your muscle, but you're also growing as a person. I feel like before I was rating food on how great it tasted. That's that dopamine hit. And now I'm valuing it on how it benefits me in the long run. It's giving me nutrients that's good for everything in my body, and protein is keeping me fuller longer. So for that, I give myself a 3.5 out of 5 because I had a lot of burgers with not a lot of green, but it was good on proteins. So for next week, I'm going to start doing the alternate day fasting. Like, sorry, I know I look crazy. So it'd be like fast for a day and then eat for a day, fast for a day and then eat for a day. And I think this first day, I'm going to start off by cutting off my eating time at 6 p.m. And then the next day I can eat after 6 p.m. That way I'm easing into it and I give myself a full 24 hours of fasting. So I expect that it's not going to be perfect, but that I'm going to like build my way towards that. And then I'm also going to work on time management next week. That will just help me exponentially because I need to get in the gym early enough. That's why I had those 2 days where I didn't really push past. I didn't really feel that pain because I was rushed. And lo and behold, I was fit when I was really good about getting up early. So I think just the ripples of that are just so beneficial. So next week, getting up early, and I'm starting my true alternate day fasting. So yeah, I hope this video helps you guys. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Learning the lessons takes time, but I really feel like I'm starting to make some traction. So I'm really excited. And I can't wait to see you guys next week. Mwah. All right, y'all, my biggest wins this week is that there was a big shift in the way everything feels. My appetite has changed, but most of all, figuring out that I just need to learn how to push myself to do hard things again. It may sound silly, but that's the muscle I have to develop. That's the muscle that's going to get me to lose weight. All right, let's check out these progress videos. As usual, I don't see anything yet, except maybe I've lost my tan a little bit and I've got on yellow shoes. I actually feel like I look a little bit bigger in the after photo, but that could just be like the angles, going back to internal wins. But yeah, I think now I've got some new tools in the toolbox. So when I get back in town in week 15 and 16, I think I'll be able to really like lock in on my diet. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and I can't wait to see you next week. Mwah. Next time on the road to fit. I am indeed happy and glad and proud of myself. This is what I wish I would have known when I started.